A KVUE News exclusive.
A survivor of Monday's stabbing at UT talks about those terrifying moments.
I just kind of reached around and we both grabbed the knife.
Stuart Bayless was released from the hospital this afternoon. He spoke exclusively with our Rebecca Trejo.
That's right. The Bayless family says first and foremost they're so grateful that their son is even alive and that they're grateful that they're leaving the hospital and going back home to Katy. Stuart was stabbed in the back and in his right hand. He sustained most of his injuries to his hand, including 7 severed tendons, 2 severed nerves, and 2 severed blood vessels in his middle finger. He went through hours of surgery, but doctors gave him a positive prediction.
They said I'm doing great. I should be getting full function back into my right hand after a couple months of therapy, but my back's looking great. The fact that I'm walking and able to get up is good too.
And this, of course, comes after Monday's stabbing that killed 1 student. Stuart, though, doesn't recall much, but this is what he did remember.
Like, my instincts kicked in just to I cared more about everybody around me. Like, I knew I was just stabbed, but I made sure everybody got out of there. I yelled run for everybody, and then we got over. I was making sure my friend was doing okay. He had to hold the shirt on my back to make sure I wasn't bleeding, kept the pressure on there, and I was making sure he was okay, and just I stayed in high spirits the whole time. I didn't really fight him off, but it was just, I don't even know what happened, to be honest.
Yeah, you
just kind of reached around and we both grabbed the knife, and then when we both pulled it out, and that's what cut my hand up really badly. So.
Gotcha.
But it was, I don't really know if you counted fighting off or not.
Yeah.
But
with my mind swirling as much as it is, I just feel like it's a miracle that there have been so many people around us just to take care of us, take care of him. And yes, being there for us and knowing ahead of time what we needed, and because we didn't really know what we needed.
Grateful for all the support they've received. They say that he'll be back in school this fall. Live at UMC Brackenridge, Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.
Very lucky. Thank you, Rebecca. And here's an Austin staple paying tribute to the victims and survivors of the stabbings at UT. El Arroyo on 5th Street posting this sign yesterday, sending love to the UT community. Stay strong, Longhorns. And another image getting a lot of attention online today, this chalk drawing of Harrison Brown, the stabbing victim who died Monday. And this tweet from his high school alma mater, Graham ISD up in North Texas, getting hundreds of retweets and likes throughout the day. And the tributes and memories of Harrison will continue tonight on campus.
The university will come together for an hour-long gathering. KVUE's Jason Puckett is live on campus.
Yeah, Mike and Quita, setup still going on for that event. Again, about to start in an hour. You're going to see here, we're going to pan over so you can see they've set up tables with some drinks, and there's already a student gathering out in this area right now. This vigil is being put on by the student government tonight. They told me on the phone earlier today that this is not only to remember Harrison, but to reclaim this area and take it back from a crime scene to a campus for the students here tonight. Again, this event is about to start at 7 p.m. We will be live streaming this online and on Facebook, so you can check it out there, and then for full coverage, make sure you tune back in tonight at 10. For now, though, here on UT's campus, I'm Jason Puckett, KVUE News.
Thanks, Jason. The man behind the stabbing on campus is formally charged with murder tonight. 21-year-old Kendricks White is being held on a $1 million bond. According to arrest documents, he told police that he does not even remember what happened Monday afternoon. He acknowledged to investigators, quote, accusations of pushing someone down and I think using a bladed weapon, and later said, quote, if I did something I don't remember, then I want to be told. White's attorneys sent us this statement today, saying, quote, the White family would like to express their deepest condolences to all those involved in the events on Monday, especially the victims, their families, the students, and all those affected within the University of Texas community. News of this tragic event came as an unfathomable shock to the White family, and they are doing everything possible to understand the state of their son's mental health leading up to and during the tragedy that has occurred. Now, we are working to bring you continuing coverage of every aspect of this story. Stay with us here on KVUE, KVUE.com, the KVUE mobile app, and all of the social media channels that you see on your screen.
A separate stabbing in West Campus the same day as the UT stabbing turned out to be a hoax.
He suffered an accidental self-inflicted wound to his leg. He transported himself to the hospital for treatment, and then realizing the expense of the medical bill might pose, he decided to link this to the attack that it took place on UT campus earlier in the day.
The man who reported the stabbing could face a charge of filing a false report. It's a Class B misdemeanor, which could come with a fine of up to $2,000 and 108 days in jail. An Austin police officer accused of faking his own death and fleeing the country is heading for the Travis County Jail tonight. He was arrested this morning at DFW Airport on his way home. KVUE and Austin American Statesman reporter Tony Plahetsky is in our newsroom with more on this story. Tony, this is a little bit strange.
Quita, it really has gotten worldwide attention. It also led to a statewide search and the use of police resources to help find that APD officer. His name is Coleman Martin. He is 29 years old, and this is his booking photo from early this morning at the Dallas County Jail. Customs agents arrested him at the airport on a charge of making a false report, a misdemeanor as a result of him prompting a search for his whereabouts. Now, according to police, Martin traveled overnight from Columbia to Dallas and was on his way back to Austin when police captured him. An arrest affidavit says Martin sent a woman who was not his wife an email after he vanished, saying that he planned to stage his death and go to Mexico. Martin's email to the woman said he had staged the scene by parking his car near a body of water near the U.S. border with Mexico. Then he rode his bicycle about 8 miles to a convenience store, took a taxi to the border, and then took a bus further into Mexico. Now, County Attorney David Escamilla, whose office will handle the case, tells me they are awaiting information from APD investigators before deciding how they will proceed in this case. Live in the newsroom, Tony Plahetsky, KVUE News.
Tony, a lot of twists and turns in that story for sure. Well, some drier, cooler air moving in tonight with a front moving through the area. Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon has what we're tracking. Hey, Albert.
Hi there, Mike. And that front could be responsible for a few passing showers and storms all to the east of Austin. Our rain chances are coming to an end as we speak here in the metro, but Bastrop, Lee, and Fayette County under this larger severe thunderstorm watch that extends into East Texas until midnight. You'll likely be dropped out of this watch if you're in Bastrop, Lee, or Fayette County between now and about 8 o'clock. This front is moving through the southern half of Austin. You can see temperatures are cooling into the 80s and 70s in the hill country, and a few showers getting going not too far from Lincoln in central areas of Lee County, moving off towards the east-southeast. As this frontal boundary continues to move through Bastrop, southern Lee, and Fayette County, we could see a brief strong to severe storm between now and, say, 7:30. We'll track the rest of this activity, and as Mike mentioned, a much cooler, drier air mass filtering in. That in your full forecast a few minutes away.
Thanks, Albert.